Everyone, very good evening and welcome to India's most comprehensive preparation platform for all competitive exams, that is BYJU'S Exam Prep. So guys, today I am going to discuss a 6-month strategy to get AIR under 100 in GATE 2024. So the very first question you must be asking is that, sir, is it possible to achieve AIR 100 under 100 within 6 months? So let me tell you honestly that when I was preparing for GATE in 2010, in 3 months only I was able to secure 393 rank. That point of time, at that point of time. So 3 months were more than enough to get 393 rank, and I assure you that definitely 6 months will be more than enough to secure AIR under 100 in GATE 2024. So let's start the discussion that what you should actually be doing in order to achieve this particular rank. So first of all, this is a brief introduction of myself. My name is Vishal Rawatiya. I have 10 plus years of teaching experience, and following are the achievements and areas of expertise. Now let's move further. So there's an announcement, you all must know about this, that monsoon series at BYJU'S Exam Prep, which is related to GATE Rankers, is already live on the YouTube platform. It has started from 10th of July. So you guys can eventually subscribe for the channel and get benefited by the videos which are being provided by our expert faculties. This is absolutely free. It's on YouTube. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you will get the notification about these videos. Okay, one more announcement, that BYJU'S Exam Prep is going to conduct a national scholarship test on 16th of July at 9 a.m. Do participate in this test and you may avail up to 90% off on all our programs. Okay, hi Sai. So first of all, let's start with the 6-month strategy. So before you start thinking in terms of 6 months, the very first step, divided into 2 parts, that you are left with only 5 months for the completion of syllabus. So don't think that there are 6 months. And when I say 6-month strategy, I am considering that you will eventually watch this video, you will analyze certain things, and you will start your preparation on or before 1st of August. So from 1st of August to 31st December, you will have somewhere around 150 days, and those will be more than sufficient. I'll give you the exact characteristic that for which subject, how many hours of duration is required to complete that particular subject, how much time is required for the revision, and how much time is required for the practice of that particular subject. Everything will be there in this particular session. So at very first moment, the moment if you are ready to start your preparation for GATE 2024, then please make sure that you are done with all the pre-required commitments before 1st of August. If you delay it further, then it will become difficult. So let's see, if you are serious for GATE 2024, then please make sure that this date, 1st of August, should not cross before you sincerely start preparing for GATE 2024. Otherwise, things will become difficult. You will have to leave 1 or 2 subjects before you finally appear in the GATE 2024 exam. So this is going to be very important that you complete all your commitments or prior commitments before 1st of August 2023. So at the very first stage, divide your 6 months into 2 parts, 5 months, starting from 1st of August to 31st of December 2023, and you will be left with 1 month or 1.5 months before you will eventually appear in the GATE 2024 exam. So I'm considering that, okay, that only month of January will be there in your hands. So I'm defining the strategy accordingly. So first of all, how much time is required? So let's assume that I'm not saying that give 12 hours per day, 10 hours per day. This 7 hours per day is more than sufficient even for just 1 minute. This 7 hours per day are basically doable for everyone, whether you are pass out student or you are a college going student. I'll give you the differentiation that how you can eventually identify this 7 hours with your college as well. So that's okay. So 5 months, that is 7 hours per day. So you will have around 1050 hours in your hand, and the complete syllabus coverage will not require more than 500 hours. The syllabus, just to complete the syllabus. Practice and revision is a different part, but syllabus will not require more than 500 hours from the computer science point of view. So let me explain that what are the different topics of computer science branch and how many hours of preparation is required for individual subject, and you will be able to visualize that yes sir, it can be done, right? So engineering mathematics, so you just need to understand the portion of engineering mathematics is quite less in computer science branch. You only have to study the concept of algebra, that is matrices, something related to calculus, that is general differentiation and integration. So you don't need to go into double integration, triple integration, all that stuff from the computer science syllabus point of view, right? And apart from that, you will have the concept of probability. So you can include the probability in the discrete mathematics or engineering mathematics. Wherever you include, 35 hours will be more than sufficient to complete the engineering mathematics, and 45 hours will be more than sufficient to complete the discrete mathematics. That means to complete the overall mathematics syllabus from the computer science engineering point of view, you will not require more than 80 hours. Anybody can complete the syllabus in 80 hours. When I say syllabus, then I'm only talking about concepts. When I say syllabus, I'm only talking about concepts. I am not including the coverage of previous year questions in this particular thing. Getting the idea? So there will be concept, and according to the discussion of concepts, you will not require more than 80 hours, and you yourself can imagine that 80 hours will be more than sufficient to complete the mathematics, that is engineering mathematics and discrete mathematics. Similarly, digital logic will not require more than 30 hours. There is a very small portion of the overall digital logic which will be there in the syllabus of computer science student. You don't need to dig into the actual manufacturing stuff of the gates and all. So you just need to focus on the applications of the digital circuit. So that's the idea, that you will not require more than 30 hours for digital logic. Programming and data structure can be easily completed in 45 hours. Database can be completed in 45 hours. Computer network, comparatively lengthy subject, will require somewhere around 50 hours, and the other categories also. So I have mentioned the timing required for individual subject. Now, when I say revision, this revision is not a single revision. We are eventually including 2 revisions. So how come? So let's try to understand. First time when you are completing the syllabus, the time is required because you will understand the logic. At the same time, you will also prepare your notes. So the most important thing is, the very first thing, if you are going to work according to this plan, then the very first thing which you need to ensure is that you need to prepare running notes. When I say running notes, you need to prepare your notes along with the session. Please don't try to prepare your notes after the class. Otherwise, this 6 months is never going to be sufficient for you to crack the GATE exam. So you need to prepare the running notes, right? Try to incorporate the concepts in your notes as much as possible. So first time you will require this 80 hours because you are learning the concept and at the same time you are preparing the notes, so it will take some time. But now when I say 20 hours are more than sufficient for the revision, then only 15 hours will be required for the first revision. Out of this 20 hours, 15 hours will be required for the first revision. So for all the timings, you can eventually say that 3/4 of the overall timing will be required for the first revision and 1/4 of the overall timing will be required for the second revision. The concept is very simple. Once you have completed the syllabus, second times you have revised the concept. So in the revision, you will eventually identify the places where you are facing difficulty. So in the next 5 hours, you will only focus on the concept which you are not able to understand in the first go when you are revising the notes, right? So when I say total time for revision And this is very significant. Total time of revision will be 3/4 first revision plus 1/4 second revision. So, are 2 revisions sufficient? No. So, I'll explain that how other sessions of revision will take place. You still have one more month in your hand. So, you just need to plan for that 1 month as well. Now, apart from that, practice time. Now, for practice, I mean PYQ. For practice, I mean PYQ. In the very first go, you need to practice the questions of previous year GATE papers only in the first go. Please try to understand that the nature of the GATE exam is not going to change. They will eventually ask the similar types of concept which has been asked in the past. So, the very first place for revision or for practice will be your previous year questions of GATE exam. So, for engineering mathematics, you will require 30 hours obviously. So, these are the timings which will be required for the first practice session. That in the very first practice session, you will be able to solve some of the questions and you will not be able to solve some of the questions. So, what you need to do? Please mark the questions which you were not able to solve in the first attempt. Please mark the questions which you are not able to solve in the first attempt. Those will be the questions which you need to revise repeatedly or which you need to practice repeatedly throughout this 6 months. So, how that will happen, eventually I'll discuss. So, do you have, so let's try to understand that I said that there will be overall 1050 hours. So, 50% of time will be required in completing the syllabus, and similarly 50% of time will be required in the revision and practice session for the syllabus. So, ultimately you will require somewhere around 950 hours to complete the syllabus, to revise the syllabus and to solve the questions of previous year GATE papers. Now, you still have 70-80 hours in your hand. So, that is your buffer space that if any point of time, if you are not able to study at certain days because of some medical issues or some other thing, then you have at most 7 to 8 days buffer in your hand. Please try to ensure that you are not wasting more than 7-8 days at any given point of time within this 5 months. This is very much important. Okay. Now, so do you guys have any doubt related to this, that the particular subject cannot be completed in the given duration? So, when I am saying that this computer network will require 50 hours, so this is only related to the concept. Now, you may say, sir, that when I was taking classes, the overall session or the complete recorded lectures were somewhere around 70 to 75 hours. I can understand if the lectures are of 70 to 75 hours, then at least 20 to 25 hours will be there for the questions of previous year GATE question. So, please make sure this timing is perfectly alright, that you will never require more than 50 hours to complete the concept of computer networks, or for that sake any other subject mentioned here in this particular slide, right? So, that's the idea, that this timing is more than sufficient. So, 50% of 1000 hours for the completion of syllabus, remaining 50% for the revision and practice session, right? Now, this is very much important that you complete your syllabus before 31st of December, because it is going to boost your confidence in the last 1 month. If there are any subjects like 1 or 2 subjects, if you think that I was not able to complete so and so subject before 31st of December, then you will eventually think that this remaining 1 month is not sufficient for covering the subjects as well as for the purpose of revision. So, you will eventually lose at one thing if you will try to catch the another thing. So, please make sure that you do not cross this timeline and you complete all your syllabus before 31st of December. If it happens that you are not able to complete any 1 or 2 subjects before 31st of December, then please make sure that you don't try to complete those subjects in the month of January, because January must be kept only for the purpose of revision. this all 1,000 hours of efforts will be wasted if you do not utilize that last 1 month for the purpose of revision, right? So this is the complete timeline. Now, sir, how the revision should be performed? So during the preparation, you need to spend only 7 hours per day, and in this last month, that is in the month of January, you need to work for at least 10 hours per day. Now, how it will work? Sir, you have already revised your subject twice. One in the first revision, second in the second revision. Now, the revision of any subject will not take more than 3 hours. Because now you know that, okay, this concept is already known to me. So, you just turn your leaves of your booklet and you will come to know that, okay, this concept is quite clear to me and I don't need to spend too much time reading this particular concept. So you will only focus on the concept which were not clear to you in the first revision and in the second revision. So you will only spend time revising the concept in which you are facing difficulty while you are revising the notes for the first time or the second time. So 3 hours per day. For the first 3 hours you will revise the subject. For the next 3 hours, you will practice the questions related to that particular subject. For the next 3 hours, you will eventually participate in a test. So that can be any test series. So you can participate in any test series. You will eventually give the test, and the most important thing, after the test, you need to analyze your test. If you are not analyzing your mistakes, then there is no benefit of giving the test. Right, so this is the last 1 month plan. You need to give one full length test every Sunday. Now you will say, sir, the subjects are not completed. Subjects are already completed if you have completed your syllabus before 31st of December. So some subjects will give you more confidence, which you have revised, but in the remaining subject you may not be that confident, but by the end, when you will appear for the last full length test, you will be done with all the subjects of GATE Computer Science syllabus with the practice and revision session, and you will do wonderful in those particular tests. And finally, you will appear in the GATE 2024 exam. So that's the idea, that for last 1 month, regularly you need to spend this 10 hours. For first 3 hours, you will spend revising the notes of one particular subject. Next 3 hours, you will spend practicing the questions of that particular subject. For next 3 hours, you will give the test of that particular subject, and for last 1 hour, you will analyze your performance in the particular test. So, if you think so, then there are 10 subjects. There are 10 subjects in the syllabus of computer science engineering. So, in this 1 month, you will be able to give the test of every subject 3 times. For every subject, you will be able to revise, practice and give the test 3 times. I hope you understand this, right? And every Sunday, you will participate in a full length test. Now, let's go back and try to understand that, sir, how this 7 hours will be utilized. So when I say 7 hours, you just need to understand that when I'm saying that this plan must be in the execution from 1st of August. When I say this plan must be in the execution from 1st of August, then I am believing that you will eventually start your preparation from 20th of July at least. So this plan can work only if there is something which has been already done at your part. So when I say 7 hours, so you eventually need to divide it into three parts. First 3.5 hours will be for syllabus every day. Next 2 hours for revision, and this 1.5 hours will be for practice. Got the idea? So this is the division of 7 hours. Now you may say, sir, what type of thing should be done at what time? So if you are a college going student, then please make sure that revision in the morning will be very helpful. So no matter what, your colleges will not start before 8 a.m. I'm sure that your colleges will not start before 8 a.m. So for this 5 month, please try to wake up by 5 a.m. So in the morning, you need to give 2 hours for the purpose of this revision. What will be revised? So whatever you have studied last night, you will revise it in the morning, right? Then when you come back from the college, first, so that depends on your college timing. If you come back by 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., then you will first revise, then first you will practice for 1.5 hours. Then you will take the required session in which you will complete the syllabus of the corresponding subject. But if you are late from the college, that you are generally coming from the college by 5:30 or 6, then please study from 7 to 10 for the completion of the syllabus, and in the night, that is from 10 to 10 or 10:30 onwards, you can eventually practice for the questions of that particular subject. So I hope that this 7 hours can be easily fetched from the 24-hour day, even if you are spending 8 to 9 hours in your college. So this 7 hours per day study is very much possible. It is very much practical. If you are not doing it, then you are not sincere enough for your GATE 2024 exam. And one more thing, that while you are preparing for these subjects or while you are preparing for the syllabus, you should not give more than 2 tests per month. Otherwise, if you are not doing well in the test, you may feel demotivated. Therefore, please don't appear in more than 2 tests per month before you have completed the syllabus of all the subjects of GATE exam. Clear? So that will be all. So I guess this is a very practical strategy which can be worked out by any student, whether he is college going or dropper. So if you are a dropper, you can eventually double the timing for revision and practice session. If you are a dropout student, then you can double your timings for revision and practice session, because anyway syllabus completion is going to take a fixed amount of time. You cannot watch the same session or same recorded session twice, right? So that's the idea. And the most important thing, notes are very important. You should have your own handwritten notes. Things will be more understandable if you are preparing your notes by yourself rather than taking the printed notes from somewhere. So, and this study is a guided study. Please don't try to watch the NPTEL video lectures during this duration. I do understand that you may eventually qualify or you may eventually do wonderful in the GATE exam based on the NPTEL lectures, but 6 months are not sufficient to complete the syllabus of GATE exam from NPTEL. So you need to have a proper channel from where you will eventually complete your syllabus, right? So that's the most important part. Okay, so there's it. I guess there's everything that sums up everything that how your 6 month can be utilized to crack the GATE exam with AIR under 100. And I assure you that if you are able to do this, you will eventually feel confident in the last one month, that is in the month of January, and you will know that if I utilize this month properly, then I will be the one who will be securing a rank in under 100, right? So that's the only thing which you need to focus on. So if you guys have any question, then please do ask. If you guys have any type of question, then ask. So it is very important. See, there is no rocket science to crack the GATE exam. GATE is very easy exam if your efforts are well directed and well guided. If you are randomly trying to put your efforts, let's see, this is your point A, this is your point B, you want to reach from point A to point B. If your direction is okay, then this is one path. If you are somewhat diverted, this is another path. So one path, the first path will require lesser amount of time, second path will require more amount of time. You will eventually reach to your destination, but if your preparation is not guided, then you will land somewhere else. So please make sure that you are not choosing this third path which is not guided. Just don't start doing things randomly. Don't start doing things randomly. When I say that how this subject should be completed, so I have arranged these subjects in an order. You can actually see these are the subjects which do not have any prerequisite. these are the subjects. This first 6 subjects do not have any prerequisite. You can start engineering mathematics at any given day. You can start discrete mathematics at any given day. Digital logic, similarly programming and data structure, database management system, computer networks. These are not dependent on any other subject. The moment you start discussing the algorithm, you should have a prior knowledge of programming and data structure, right? So this actually depends on this particular subject. Similarly, this compiler design is also something in which you will require the knowledge of grammar. So compiler design and TOC will be related to each other. Now, this operating system and computer organization are 2 other subjects which are related with each other, and they will eventually depend on this subject of digital logic. So you should have some prior knowledge of digital logic before you start discussing the concept of operating system and computer organization. More precisely, the concept of computer organization, because digital logic will be much more useful in the study of computer organization and architecture. But when it comes to operating system, you will not be able to understand the concept of operating system until you understand the working of your processor. So these are the things that this first 6 subject can be started at any given point of time. You can choose 1 or 2 subject in parallel. So either you can study only 1 subject at a time, or you can study 2 subjects in parallel. So if you are studying 2 subjects in parallel, then you can spend 2 hours for 2 different subjects, and 1 hour for the revision of each, and 1 hour for the practice sessions of each subject. So if at all you are trying to cover 2 subjects in parallel, then this will work. But otherwise, my suggestion will be that take only 1 subject at a time and finish it. It will give you more confidence, because if you are trying to complete 2 subjects in parallel, then the completion of 2 subjects will require somewhere around 1 or 1.5 months. But a single subject can be completed within the span of 15 to 20 days. So if you are able to solve the question of a single subject as in the GATE exam, then you will start feeling confident. You will feel motivated. So that's the only thing. Okay. So I guess that will be all from my side. Please, if you have any doubt, then ask me. Otherwise, we'll wind up the session. Do you guys have any doubt? Or you guys have any query or question to ask? Then please feel free to ask. And honestly, I started my preparation from 14th of November. That's a fact. Well-known fact. You can ask my friends if you know any one of them. So I started preparing from 14th of November, and the exam date in 2010 was 14th of February. So I had exactly 3 months in my hand. I was able to study only for 2 months or so, 2 to 2.5 months. I wasted 15 days in some marriage or something, but yeah, I regret it. But anyway, I was able to do it in the period of 3 months. So you must be able to do it in the period of 6 months. So that's another thing. So anyway, if you guys don't have any doubt, then thank you very much. If you like this session, then please hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, then subscribe for the channel and press the bell icon. So there are different series on this particular YouTube channel of BYJU'S exam prep. So currently the monsoon series is going on, so you can eventually get benefited if you subscribe and press the bell icon then. Okay, so that will be all. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye bye.